How's it going, everybody? I rarely do this, but this game is actually really incredible. This is VOIN. It's an early access game that's currently on Steam, and it is so fun. Like, it is really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I'm excited to show this game off.
Lightning. I am your master, and you are the pinnacle of my creation. Rise now, and serve me and the world. Rise now.
Alright, so I've only played this game for an hour, so I don't know all the systems yet, but basically this game is like Elden Ring, Doom, and Diablo all rolled into one. So you have your light attacks, your heavy attacks, which is just holding that. You have a runic strike, which uses up charges that you build as you hit enemies. You have a jump button and a dash button. And then you can sheath your weapon with pressing R, and these are tutorials that go throughout the game. And you can dash further, but you can also teleport when you have your weapon sheathed and you're in a movement mode, and then pulling your weapon back out puts you in a combat mode where you can hit enemies with a kick using control. As you level up, you gain powers, and every power has its own little special ability, and you assign those to your 1 through 4. And as you're doing damage and building up your powers, you can use those powers to enchant your weapon with electrifying blows, channeling weapon lightning and using it in your movement, so on and so forth. There's a lot of powers. I haven't unlocked many of them yet. I've only unlocked one, which is the vortex. But since this is a new game, you're not going to be really able to see any of that. You also have equipment. So as you play through the game, you're going to unlock equipment that has different abilities and passives. You have hearts, which are basically your health points. You have runes, necklaces, and artifacts and rings. All of these things you find as you're killing enemies and exploring the world and finding treasure chests that will give you these items. So just to kind of show you a little bit of the game, it's very fast-paced. It's super cool. So you hack and slash your enemies. As they highlight into yellow, you can use your dash ability, which is shift, and you can perform a dodge. If you time it right, you perform like a perfect dodge and get other effects added to your character at that point. As it says, there's no fall damage, so you can use that to your advantage and create lightning strikes on your spot that you land. Like that, and that will damage enemies and kill them. And as you can see here, here's our first, I believe this is an artifact, or it's a necklace. So as you can see, it's corrupted at this point, and what that means is basically if you die, you lose this item. So you have to make it through the zone, go back to the basically like this hub world and cleanse these items to keep them forever. So you can go ahead and equip those items And as you can see on the top right, there is a counter. It's basically like your souls. You use these to level up your character, level up the items through different rarities, and continue progressing your character. So as you can see, you can avoid damage and immune to any damage if you perfectly dash while you're being attacked. We're getting pretty lucky already on these items, so, and it is in real time, so there's no pausing. So this one will give us an additional heart. So we want to equip that. Each 9 seconds, remove a stack of basically status ailments, and you deal 9% more damage to monsters with 80% health or more. So we're getting pretty decent stuff. And weapons have really cool effects as well. Wow. Okay. A lot of gear here, which is good. Especially at this point, because a lot of this stuff will be able to cleanse pretty quickly. And you can restore your health with heavy attacks. So as you can see on the bottom left, my heart markers are filling up pretty quickly with the heavy attacks. But you do gain a little bit through just normal light attacks, but you just gain more health through heavies. So we're just going to go ahead and crash on these. And this is what I was talking about, super dashing and drawing your sword or sheathing your sword for different combat stances. The other cool thing is a lot of these zones have secrets. So as you're progressing through, it pays off to explore. So like as you can see here in this corner, there is a secret treasure. And you open this chest and it's a piñata. It gives you a bunch of different items. And as you can see, there's different rarities. So fledgling is like your basic item rarity. Tempered is the next highest, all the way up to primeval. So those, and you can upgrade these as well with your souls. Basically, I think they're called like Ichor or something. But as you get more and more, you can use those Ichors to either level up your character or you can increase the item rarity, which is good. But so far, like I've played through one of the first zones. They're basically open world segments that you can explore pretty freely. I mean, there is an invisible wall on the outside, but it's pretty expansive. The movement and the combat is so smooth. It's really fun. As you can see, everything's moving pretty quickly. Some of the weapon abilities are really cool. I had a great sword on my primary playthrough. Dang. Okay, we got an Elder as well. I had a long sword with fast attack speed, and if I did a heavy attack, then I would be able to unleash like this whirlwind out from my sword, and it would strike all the enemies in front of me, which was really handy. And then you can switch, and you can have multiple equipment, at least for the weapons, and you can press F to switch back and forth between those two equipped weapons. So let's go ahead and fight this like first boss here. It's crazy. Like in my first playthrough, I didn't get remotely anywhere near this amount of gear this fast. And use rune strikes to break some ice. Not all of it's breakable. It's so cool. The combat is super fun. Getting all these different pieces of gear and equipment, finding out what best suits you is a blast. Like, this is perfect game. If you like this type of stuff, obviously. But who doesn't? Like, it is so good. And I rarely make these types of videos, especially with talking, but of course I'll be uploading my typical no commentary gameplay of the game so you can sit back and enjoy it, but I just wanted to talk through a little bit, kind of promote it. I did receive this game for review, but I don't think I've ever taken the time prior to writing the review to actually sit back and make one of these type of introduction videos to the game. I don't even know who the developer is. I was just put in this code earlier in the week and decided to try it today, and holy shit, like, it is so good. It's just so smooth. For the graphics options as well, you can change it to more of a retro style. There's the field of view, but let's check out the retro style and see what that looks like. So very pixelated. I mean, I kind of prefer the modern style, but let's see what it looks like. Super blocky. That's pretty sick. But yeah, I'm much more inclined to go with the modern look. It just looks so good already. Does injustice to make it so pixelated that you can't really tell what's going on. Oh yeah, so the powers, as you can see, you get these little like rainbow orbs, and you can use that to unlock one of the powers and then assign it through 1 and 4. And then in combat mode, you can press 1 and it casts your power. And then here we go, we want to teleport using these anchors. So when you lose a fight, well, I was hoping that it would show in the tutorial zone, but I guess it does not. So when you lose a fight in the open world, there is a chance to get your items back and everything. I'm assuming because we're here, it's not really necessary to have this kind of tutorial, unfortunately. Let's do something with a little bit more oomph. I don't even know if I'm going the right way anymore. Let's just try to get back to the boss so we can continue on to the open world. I might just save the open world aspects to an actual gameplay video outside of just this talking clip, but I was hoping to get a little bit. There we go. It's much heavier hits. There we go. Black Razor. What's that? I was hoping to get that same weapon that I had. Every 6 hits is a critical, and that's pretty good. Sudden death. Okay, so once you beat the tutorial, you're put into your hub, the Amaret. This is where you can go in and level up your character, cleanse the corrupted items, things of that nature. Cleansing corrupted items is free, so that's awesome. You just jump through the portal to increase your level. I think the next one's 1,000, so you don't have enough. And then the second portal, which to show you because it took me a second to figure it out, is just this red door, the Molten Cathedral. So you can go in here. And this is where you cleanse your items. And then here is where you level up each of the different types of items. There's a different Ichor cost, so associated with increasing the power of each item. And then over here, I don't know what this is really for. Just says consuming items dropped inside the circle, which I don't really know what that means. I don't know how to... Oh, I guess you could just drop like that and then maybe use it. But it has to be a primeval or firstborn rune, which I don't have any of those right now to show that off. And then up here is a kind of like an item crafting where you can take one item, remove the enchantment from it and place it on another primeval item, and then you combine them to make your own item. So that's really cool as well. I kind of want to... yeah, there we go. I'm going to go to the next zone now, just so you can get an idea of what I mean by open world. It does seem to be not randomly generated worlds, so there's going to be stuff that people are going to discover and can tell each other about online, and you can change the difficulties of the worlds by, you know, increasing the quantity of enemies. So let's just put it up max. And here you can increase the toughness of the enemies and the chances you'll run into like the stronger, more terrorizing monsters. Then you can heal yourself again, like if you find yourself not full hearts. And then you have your world portals here. So the first world is Necrosever. And this is just like an open plain or mountainous area, rather, not really plains, but there's crypts and a cathedral. And you can go pretty much anywhere that you can see up until a certain point. So I'll just kind of show you what that's like. Once you get to the edge, and there's all different sorts of stuff to find, like ruins and crypts, and like the cathedral, and all of them have like secrets that you can find, which are really cool. And this thing generating on the left is a rage bar. It's part of the passive effect of the great sword that I'm using.
You waste precious time on this detour. Redirect your will.
So as you can see, like once I got to a certain point, it pushes you away from proceeding anymore, which is fine. I mean, the world is big enough as it is so far from what I've seen. Like they're, you know, fun-sized maps and environments with enough to explore to keep it. Oof. Alright, so I triggered my rage. Yeah, I'm getting incredibly lucky with these drops. Like on my other character, I have nowhere near this many. And it's cool, like the movement when you're in rage is increased. So what that basically said is anytime that you want to get back to the Amakrot or whatever it was called, you can just ask for a portal back, and it's going to generate a portal for you,
Your
and you just
path is
have to
clear.
get there.
Go while the light holds steady.
You have to just get back to the portal, and you'll be taken back. Holy shit. Oh, that was so close. Not used to this many monsters. I never changed the amount of monsters in runs before, so this is definitely much harder. Really cool effects here. But yeah, here's the portal back to Democrat. So you could take that if you want to get back. As you can see, the world is pretty decently sized, and there's quite a few worlds, it seems, maybe around 6 or 7 portals. And as you explore, you'll come across different like teleportation orbs, like sky orbs, I think they're called. And it's kind of like a fast travel system to get you to places that you've progressed to. And then as you're exploring, you'll come across doors and things to get access to crypts and hidden treasures. So I can't recommend this game enough. Like, this is something that I personally really enjoy, these types of games. And we're coming up on the 25-minute mark for this. So I'll end it pretty soon. And basically, these chests, they do not respawn. So once you clear out the like the crypt, you can go back in to fight more enemies, but there's really not more treasure chests to loot. And just for the sake of showing you the mechanic of when you die. Oh, that's cool. There's so many interesting items. So now, like, it's setting me ablaze for a few seconds, and I can light my enemies on fire. Alright, so I'm just gonna die here. And what this is going to do is it's going to send me back. And then you can go back inside the portal. And then you just have to find your corrupted Ichor blob again and break it open. Let's see if I can remember where it was. I think it's highlighted by the red beam of light. Chain lightning. I have like the luckiest roll right now on this character for loot. It's so crazy. And so here you have your Ichor and loot pinata. Then you can just grab all your stuff back that you had.
The portal answers not to me, but to the balance of this realm. You must wait.
I guess I haven't played long enough to call it the portal yet.
You have faced worse than waiting. Hold fast. I'll open the way when it's safe.
Maybe I'm just too close to enemies or something. Let's see if we can just go back into the starting portal.
Do not rush this lightning. Your
Come on.
time here is not yet over.
But anyway, that is VOIN. I hope you guys give it a try. And tell me what you think in the comments. Like, does this game appeal to you at all? Is this something that you want to see on the channel? Just feel free to tell me what you think. If there's anything that you want me to try in terms of weapons, there's different builds I'm sure I'll be able to come up with. If you want to, you know, me to remake characters and try different powers and see what works a little bit better. In the meantime, you know, let me know. Take care, everybody.